Welcome to Friday. It is the 15th of March, 2024. My name is Jimmy Bradbury, and I help entrepreneurially minded people who are ready to get out of a 9-to-5 job and start having more freedom in their life by creating an online business around what they're passionate about. It could be a skill set, a hobby, whatever it is they're really passionate about. They can use that knowledge and experience to be able to help other people and get paid doing it. So Friday is a day I love because I actually reward myself for the work I do during the week and go out kite surfing. I'm very fortunate here, living in Australia, at least for the moment, to be able to avail of the beautiful weather, the beautiful opportunities, particularly if, like me, you love water. I swim every day, but I also love to kite surf. But in learning kite surfing, I've learned a lot about my business as well. I want to share with you today 3 insights that hopefully can help you in a little message with whatever it is you might do, and particularly your business as well. So if you're not familiar with kite surfing, maybe some of this will help you, but it's a sport I've only really learned in the last couple of years, and I just love it. Absolutely love it. It's taught me a hell of a lot. And today I got pretty battered. The weather was really hot, over 30 degrees here in Australia. And the conditions were pretty windy. So I got a pretty good workout on it. But the insights I want to share with you today, number one, like I think everything else, like everything we do, always start at the first step. And in kite surfing, the first step is not to get in the water. The first step is on the sand or on the grass, wherever it is you've got land, and actually about being able to roll out all your gear, your kite, your strings, your bar, harness, your jacket, your board. Really important to be able to lay that all out. See where the currents are. Here in Australia, they call them rips. And actually be able to test, most importantly, because it's so dependent on kite surfing, is where the wind is and the wind direction. Those things are really important. Those are the first steps. You just don't jump in the water, particularly when you're starting, because that's probably going to lead to an absolute disaster. The same with your business, particularly in an online business. I believe the number one step, and I know a lot of people miss this out, the number one step I've learned from my last 5 years and also coaching hundreds of people to build online business, the number one step is always going to be why. Your why you do what you do. If you cannot answer that authentically and honestly, then you're probably going to really struggle in the online world, because it's so ups and downs, so many roller coaster rides, from really big highs to really deep lows. And I can share that in my own journey in the last 5 years. And if your why isn't dialed in, then you're really going to struggle. So if you don't know what my why is, there's 2 parts to my why. One is I want to share what I know, my knowledge and experience, with other people to help them move forward in their lives. That's pretty much what I talk about every single day. But the one that I don't talk about that often, but I have talked about it many times before, but not so much recently, but it's probably even as equally as important, if not more important, is that 90% of what I earn, the income I earn online, I give back to people who are living on $1 a day. That's why I do it. And I've got that so dialed in my business and in my online that I know that for me, it keeps me going. My why, really, really important to dial in whatever your why is. That's your first step in an online business. Not figuring out what your thing is, not figuring out who your ideal customer is, not figuring out your first landing page, none of that. You have to dial in your why as your first step and really be honest about why you do what you do. Okay? So that's the first step. The second thing that I've learned about kite surfing is that you need to nurture the wind, just like you need to nurture your clients in an online business. So what do I mean by that? This is my board. This is my kite surfing board. It is 1.4 meters. So it's not a big surfboard that maybe you might think with surfing. A surfboard is 6'6" or more. Mine's 6'6", 6'8" actually, my surfboard. But my kite surfing board is about 1.4. But the wind is up there, obviously, but I've got a kite that's 11 meters wide, but it's 25 meters up there, 25 meters, and you're holding it with a bar, and you're guiding it through a window of between 10 and 2 o'clock. You're guiding it between a window of 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And that kite is 25 meters up there above you. And you've got to nurture it through that wind window, because if you don't, it'll get away from you. And unless you let your harness go, or the handle go, you're going to get dragged along the water, and that's pretty dangerous stuff. And it's the same thing in an online business, in nurturing your clients. It's so important to give before you ask. I see so many people, particularly on certain social media platforms, and they're always asking. And it's such a turn off. So make sure that you're always giving, nurturing your clients, whether it's on social media or whether you've got them on your email list and you're taking through an email sequence. Make sure that you're giving lots and lots of value before you make the ask, whether the ask is an offer or whatever. Really important to nurture your clients, just like you nurture the wind that's 25 meters up there in a kite that's 11 meters wide. Really important. Number three is that one of the things I've learned with kite surfing is, and I'm glad I did it at the beginning, was, and I guess this is pretty obvious, is get a coach from the very beginning. I see so many people still today, even today, that have not got any lessons kite surfing, and the accidents are absolutely horrific. Like, I see people getting pulled in to the land out of control and hitting rocks and really badly damaging, well, writing off the kite and really badly damaging themselves. And it's because they didn't get any lessons. They didn't get any coaching. They didn't get any mentoring. From day one, when I started 2 years ago, I said to myself, I want to master kite surfing, but I'm going to do it the right way. So I got a coach from day one, and he's really worked me through it. Very Australian, really takes no prisoners, but a great coach. And that has helped me enormously as well. So just like if you're starting an online business, make sure that you get some mentoring at least. Get a coach, because it will really fast track wherever it is you're trying to go in the online space. There's so many moving pieces in an online world, unless you get them actually that first step, your why, dialed in at the beginning, to the second step, to the third step, to the fourth step. You know, for example, like I couldn't believe this the other day. There was this coach who was coaching somebody that was just starting, and they were telling them to use Facebook ads. Like, that's kind of step 82. You need to start at step 1, step 2, step 3 before you get to step 83. So it's really important that you get that short, quick roadmap that will take you to where you're going yourself. Because if you're going to try and work it out like I did when I started, it'll just take you forever, and you probably, almost like me, give up. And I thankfully didn't, because I got a coach after a year when I should have got a coach at the very beginning. So hopefully that's been helpful. Kite surfing has taught me a lot, but of all of the things, it's taught me those 3 things, really important. Number 1, start with the first step, your why on an online business. Number 1, start with your why. Number 2, make sure, like I nurture the wind in that window of 10 to 2 o'clock, 25 meters above me with a kite that's 11 meters wide. Nurture the wind like you nurture your clients. Really important before you make the ask. And number 3, make sure to get at least a mentor, if not a coach, when you're starting off your online business. Hopefully that's been helpful for you today on this Friday, wherever you're in the world. Have a great day. If you are starting your online business, you'll get the second step. I'll put a link below here, which is how to find your thing. If you already know why you're doing your online business, why you've started your online business, why you want to start an online business, then the second step is to find out what your thing is. There's a link below here where I've got a 6-page guide. You can download it for free and it'll help you get on your way. Wherever you are in the world, have a great Friday, and I look forward to talking to you on Monday. Have a great weekend as well. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.